Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to meet the news on Global TV. We are live in the nation's capital, Abuja, and I am Ogachukwu Mobino. President Bola Tinubu has called for the establishment of a regional counter-terrorism center that will serve as a hub for intelligence sharing, operational coordination, and capacity building throughout Africa. Speaking at the African High-Level Meeting on Counter-Terrorism in Abuja, the president emphasized the need for a comprehensive approach to combating terrorism, not only through military might, but by addressing the root causes, including poverty, inequality, and social injustice. In a statement by Special Advisor to the President, Njuri Ngelale, the President further stressed the importance of cutting off the financial lifelines that fuel terrorist activities, such as ransom payments and illegal mining operations. The scheduled hearing in the appeal filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, to set aside the Kogi State Court order restraining the anti-graft agency from arresting, detaining, and persecuting the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, was told on Monday. Recall that a Kogi State High Court judge, I.A. Jamil, in a ruling on Wednesday, April 17, restrained the EFCC from arresting, detaining, and persecuting Bello. Dissatisfied with the restraining order, the EFCC approached Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court in Abuja for an arrest warrant to enable them to arraign Bello, which was issued. The federal government has launched guidelines on safe motherhood targeting at least 7 million pregnant women and at least 6 million new births annually. Speaking at the launch of the guideline, the Labor Care Guide and the guidelines for community use of misoprostol to commemorate the 2024 Safe Motherhood Day in Abuja, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, noted that it is possible to achieve a safe motherhood in the country. Pate noted that healthcare is part of President Bola Tinubu's key agenda. He says the approved 25 billion naira from the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and the National Healthcare Insurance Authority Gateway to ensure quality healthcare in reducing maternal mortality, access to basic emergency obstetric care, comprehensive emergency obstetric care, and availability of necessary commodities for safe delivery. Governor Lucky of Ondo State has secured the nomination of the All Progressive Congress, APC, for the forthcoming November 16 governorship election, following his declaration as the party's candidate. Tony claims the nomination with a resounding victory, amassing a total of 48,569 votes in the primaries. His closest contender, Mayowa, trailed behind with 15,343 votes, while Chief Olusola Oke secured the third position with 14,865 votes. The announcement was made by the chairman of the Governorship Primary Election Committee and Governor of Kogi State, Ahmed Ododo. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has so far confirmed 8 deaths and over 208 suspected new cases following an outbreak of a strange illness in Sokoto State. Ibrahim Usman, the manager of the center, said at an interactive session with officials of the State Ministry of Health that the incident happened in Sabon Birni, Isa local government area of the state. He also said prompt measures were taken by the NCDC and the state government to control the spread of the yet-to-be-identified disease as samples were taken to NCDC laboratories for analysis. He stated that the illness manifested with symptoms of abdominal disorder, feverishness, vomiting, and sudden weight loss. Gobri urged the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, do the needful with a view to identifying and curtailing the continued spread of the disease to other areas of the state. The NCDC has so far deployed a National Rapid Response Team, NRRT, to work with the Ministry of Health to further investigate the matter. Troops of the Operation Lake Sanity 3 under Operation Hardin Kai have reportedly discovered an Islamic State West African province, ISWAP, terrorist bread production factory hidden within their den in Maisani, Timbuktu Triangle, Dambao local government area of Borno State. According to intelligence sources quoted by security analyst and counterinsurgency expert Zango Zalo, Makama, the combined troops of 199 Special Forces Battalion, in conjunction with hybrid forces of civilian JTF, stumbled upon the bread factory during an exploitation mission into the terrorist hideout. The sources said that the factory was destroyed, while items recovered include 2 Lister generating plants, 1 baking machine, and several baking materials. The Nigerian Labour Congress gave a strong indication that it would press for the inclusion of a clause which would prescribe sanctions for governors and local government administrators who fail to implement the new minimum wage. The National Treasurer of the NLC, Hakeem Ambali, who disclosed this in an interview in Abuja, says the refusal of state governors to pay the current minimum wage was a result of a lack of punitive measures in the Minimum Wage Act of 2019. President Bola Tinubu, through his Vice President Kashim Shettima, has on January 30, 2024, inaugurated the 27-member panel of the new minimum wage, with its members cutting across federal and state governments, the private sector, and organized labor, the panel to recommend a new national minimum wage for the country. 2 suspected Boko Haram individuals identified as improvised explosive device (IED) experts, 19-year-old Abubakar Mohammed alias Garba and 13-year-old Bangana Modu, have laid down their arms and surrendered to troops of Sector 3 Multinational Joint Task Force, Mongono, in Borno State. The surrender marks a notable success in the ongoing campaign to dismantle Boko Haram's operations in the region. This was disclosed in a press statement signed by the Chief Military Public Information on MNJTF in the Germany, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi. Severe rainstorm has left about 40 communities without power in Ogun State following extensive damage to electrical infrastructures in the area. The development has disrupted daily lives and hardship on residents. The storm, which struck around midday, accompanied by rains, resulted in numerous fallen electricity poles and damaged installations, particularly in the area of Sango Ota and Mowe in the state. This damage has caused a widespread blackout affecting multiple communities, the Ibadan Electrical Distribution Company, IBEDC, reported. Further illustrating the storm's impact, a video making rounds on social media shows falling poles lying on vehicles in the flood-hit Sango Ota area, underscoring the severity of the storm's effect on the community infrastructure. You are watching Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms using Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When Midday News returns, Naira tumbles to 1,224 Naira to $1 at official market. Speculators resume hoarding. These and other stories coming right after this break. Do stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you live broadcast Midday News. Thank you for staying with us. On the foreign scene, the Israeli military says the chief of its intelligence directorate has resigned after taking responsibility for failures leading to the unprecedented October 7th attack by Hamas. Major General Haron Haliva is the first high-ranking official to step down for failing to prevent the attack that shocked Israel and the international community. Major General Haron Haliva, in coordination with the Chief of the General Staff, has requested to end his position following his leadership responsibility as the head of the Intelligence Directorate for the event of October 7. The Hamas attack resulted in the death of 1,170 people, mostly civilians, according to an AFP tally based on official Israeli figures. Since then, Israel has vowed to eliminate Hamas and is engaged in a blistering assault against the militant group which rules the Gaza Strip. The Palestine Territory Health Ministry said 34,097 people have been attacked in Israel's military campaign in Gaza, most of them women and children. The Kenya Police Service has arrested fleeing Binance executive Nadeem Anjarwalla as the International Criminal Police Organizations move to extradite him to Nigeria within the week. Following the development, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the International Criminal Police, the Nigerian Police Force, and the Kenyan Police Service has deepened talks to quicken Anjarwalla's extradition. Torrential rainfalls have led to the disappearance of 11 persons, with thousands of people evacuated in southern China, the state media reports. The intense rainfall affecting the Guangdong province has swelled rivers and heightened fears of what could be a century-worse flooding scenario. A total of 11 people are missing after continuous heavy rainfall hit many parts of Guangdong in recent days, reported Zhang Ho, citing the local emergency management department. In response to the escalating flood risk, authorities have moved more than 53,000 people to safer locations throughout the province. In business, the Naira depreciates in its value against the United States dollar of 1,234 Naira at the official foreign exchange market on Monday, according to data obtained from the FMDQ Security Exchange. The exchange rate means the Naira fell by 65 Naira or 5.26% from 1,169 Naira to a dollar recorded on Friday. The local currency has strengthened to around 1,072.74 Naira on Wednesday, as traders projected the Naira could trade below 1,000 Naira to a dollar for the first time. The presidency has said it is set to launch about 2,700 compressed natural gas-powered buses and tricycles before May 29, when President Bola Tinubu turns 1 year in the office. It said the federal government was set to deliver 100 conversion workshops and 60 refueling sites spread across 18 states before the end of 2024. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, revealed this in a statement he signed on Sunday titled Presidential CNG Initiative Set for Rollout. From the end of May, Nigeria will take some baby steps to join such nations that already have large fleets of CNG vehicles. President Bola Tinubu has sounded the alarm over the inextricable link between illegal mining operations and the financing of terrorist activities across Africa. Addressing the regional leaders at a high-level counter-terrorism summit in Abuja, Tinubu urged the international community to take concrete actions to halt the inflow of funds from outside the continent that enables such illicit activities. Tinubu highlighted the complex challenge facing the continent as it grapples with the evolving tactics employed by terrorist organizations to continuously finance and re-equip themselves. He underscored the urgency of tackling this issue head-on through international cooperations and strengthened regional mechanisms. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has sealed an Abuja-based Chinese supermarket for barring Nigerians and restricting entry to Chinese nationals. The commission, which summoned the owner of the supermarket along Airport Road to appear before it, said it would deploy regulatory tools against the management. The commission gave the directive following discreet investigations and inquiries from complaints by Nigerians alleging discriminatory practices. If found wanting, the operators of the supermarket risk sanctions, according to officials. Power distribution companies in Nigeria are currently being unbundled along state lines due to their large size that often results in inefficiency and ineffectiveness, the federal government declared. It stated that the privatizations of the firm would not be reversed, but stressed that the discourse would be broken into more efficient structures along state lines as to be able to deliver on their mandates. This came as the federal government also ordered the sales of discos that have been taken over by banks and asset management corporations from its original investors. Currently, 4 discos are under the management of banks and AMCONs. The presidency has said it is set to launch about 2,700 compressed natural gas-powered buses and tricycles before May 29, when President Bola Tinubu turns 1 year in office. It said the federal government was set to deliver 100 conversion workshops and 60 refueling sites spread across 18 states before the end of 2024. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, revealed this in a statement he signed titled Presidential CNG Initiative Set for Rollout. The federal government, through the Nigerian Shippers Council, has stated that it will mandate port service providers and users to register on the council's online portal by the 3rd quarter of 2024. The executive secretary of the NCS, Pius Akuta, disclosed this during a sensitization program for stakeholders on the registration of regulated port service providers and users at the council headquarters in Lagos. He reiterated that the importance of adherence to the online registration requirements by all service providers in the port, adding that it was in line with duty of the council as enshrined in Section 4 of the CNS Regulation of 2015. The NCS board highlighted the evolution of payment processes from manual to automated system within the council and underscored the benefits of registration. They emphasized mandatory nature of registration, warning that the non-compliant entities would face 10 consequences. In sports, the 3 Nigerian boxing sensation Adam Alore, Joshua Omole, and Cynthia are gearing up to script history for Nigeria at the Paris 2024 Olympics by aiming for the nation's first ever gold medal in boxing. Their journey to the pinnacle of Olympic glory began with a remarkable showing at the African Olympic Boxing Qualifier in Dakar, Senegal in 2023, where they clinched gold medals in their respective weight categories, securing their tickets to the Paris Games. Ogunsemilore set the stage alight with a commanding victory over Algeria's Khalif Hadijala, securing Nigeria's first gold medal of the tournament in the women's 60 kg category. Omole followed suit with a dominant display against Ethiopia's Leta Yedesa in the men's 57 kg category, clinching another gold for Nigeria. The Lagos women's cricket team have won the 2024 Nigerian Cricket Federation and Association of Nigerian Women in Sports Women's Southwest Cricket Championship after beating their Ekiti counterparts by 4 wickets at the University of Lagos Cricket Oval. They have also picked the ticket to represent the Southwest Zone at the national finals at a later date that will be announced by the Federation. The cricket tournament is one of the events of the 2024 NAWIS game in Lagos. That's it on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on StarTime Channel 276. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms using Global TV NG and all other handles now showing on your screen. I am Ogochukwu Mobno. Thank you for watching. See you again.